People ask me how I store things and how I keep things. I'm probably not the most efficient person in the world. Up here and also down here behind that, I keep my copper pennies. I keep a lot of stuff in my safe. I keep stuff in these drawers here and those drawers there. A little bit in the top drawer there. Even a little bit in the bottom drawer there. And a few things I keep several rolls of things back here in my list of pennies and stuff for filling my book. And this is stuff like when I go through a box of pennies and I've got wheat pennies and different things or nickels, then a lot of times they'll just go into those rolls there until I'm ready to pull everything out, and then I'll sort everything that I've got in here into the respective places where they belong. So they could sit in here for a good long while until I'm ready to just pull everything out and start putting things away. There's $50, wheat pennies, Canadian pennies, and several different things, 2x2s, I think, down in there that I've got to put in one of my other folders. Old nickels, just lots of things go in there until I'm ready to sort them out into the places where they go eventually. And my really yucky pennies currently are going into this jar here. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. They're disgusting. But I just throw them in there. Here are the folders that I keep coins in. This is the 1909 to 1940 Lincoln cent and the 1941. This one is to 74. I think they vary a little bit on that. But I got a long way to go on this one. And this one, I think I just need one more. I need the 43 steel. But I like these folders for these pennies. They're quick and easy, and they're just nice. I have even picked up, here's two more, 1909 to 1940. I picked these up used at a coin dealership. He gave me a pretty good price. I bought several. I picked up three more for the Lincoln cents in 1941 on up until the end of the book. And I even picked up a Buffalo nickel book that I've just barely gotten started. I think I've got like 3 nickels in this so far. And I like the old nickels, old Jefferson nickels, and I've got 3 of those. And these are getting pretty close to full. I have my primary, then my secondary, and my third. So when I get coins, in fact, I think I've got them in the very front there, yeah. Here's book 1, just a few more. And then book 2 needs a few more than that. And then book 3 needs more than that. And eventually I'll get them filled up. I don't do nickels as much lately, I guess, because I'm concentrating on trying to get the 260 pounds of copper this year. So I'm just not doing nickels as much. Oh, anyway. But here is another style book that you might like. I just acquired this from a friend. It's why I have this. But if I was going to do more silver or nicer coins, for instance, if I wanted to do a Lincoln cent like this 1909 to 1940, but I only wanted to put in nice specimens like extra fine or something like that, then I might get a book like this for the Lincoln cents that protects them a little bit better. I've only got a few of the dimes in here, but this is another option that you can go with that protects the coins just a bit better. You know, when you open this coin, you're touching the front, the obverses of them. I guess the reverses aren't being bothered. But in these type books, it's just an extra layer of protection. And I would only do this, in my opinion, if I was going to get really nicer specimens of coins, or maybe like this, silver coins. But that's just another option you can go with. These books are definitely more expensive than the others. If you can find a coin shop that might have some used ones. In fact, I'm going to go back to where I got these next week, I hope. And I'm thinking about buying a big stack of them because he's giving them to me for good prices. And I don't know, I might even put up a few available. We'll see. Anyway, that's how I do them as far as the coin folders are concerned. Now let me turn to a few other things that I do. Here is a mint steel penny collection that I just picked up somewhere, and I just keep it tucked away. This is my Ike dollars. I came across these plastic rolls somewhere. I don't remember. I got 3 of them, but I need more. This I just rolled up 20 in plastic and taped them up. I've even gotten toilet paper rolls and taped them up to put some in. I need to do another one because over the last several months I've acquired even more, and I've got to get those in some type of roll. But I think I'm going to get too big for my box here pretty soon. But whenever I find them, I just keep them. Several years ago, I was doing a lot of traveling, and I was in Florida, and I went into a bank. Oh goodness, I think I can't remember what bank it was. I thought I'd remember, but I don't. And I was looking for half dollars, and she said, "I've got Ike dollars if you're interested." I said, "How many do you have?" She had like 600 of them, and I bought every one of them. And after that, after I gotten back home, I was up living in Indiana at the time. I thought, what am I going to do with these things? And I kind of needed the money. So I just got rid of every one of them. And since then, I'm like, I wish I'd kept those. So I've been keeping them ever since. And I've got, I think I'm pushing 200 or something like that now. But they're getting quite collectible. I mean, I think you could even put them on eBay and sell them for a profit now. But I'm just keeping them. I like them. None of these are silver. I have one silver one. In all the years out of those 600 that I bought, none of them were silver. I mean, I have gotten one 40% silver one in all the time that I've been collecting them. And I'm glad I have the one. I keep this, I just have it marked plastic case coins. And so just, this is stuff that I have accumulated over a period of time, and I probably need to redo this stuff. This is just cases that I came across somewhere, and I just put stuff in them, like buffalo nickels, and there's some weird toned half dollars, and I just put in weird things. There's a 1980, looks like a proof, maybe. And some of it I'd have to go back and try to remember. I remember these were just interesting looking. There's a couple of them that are proof, but a couple of them are not, and I just dropped them. Here are some proof dollar coins that I picked up. And I've just got lots of different things. I've got some half dollars that were in a fire that have bubbled up. And just, you know, stuff that was written on them or stamped on them. Those are the ones that were in the fire there. These were some supposedly silver coins that I bought several years ago, but since then I'm not convinced that they're authentic. They're supposed to be silver, but I don't know if they are. More weird tone, more buffalo nickels. Commemorative that I picked up, and this was just a weird looking worn half dollar that I found in coin roll hunting. So it's just lots of different odd things that I keep tucked away, just kind of for fun. Here's my Jefferson nickels. When I get the 1938 through 1959, and I get so I just put them in rolls. I have tons and tons of rolls here. And I separate them in decades. A lot of them from the 50s. 50s and 40s. This is just 38s and 39s right there. And I also have a couple of rolls of buffalo nickels down in there. And I think most of those are no-date buffalo nickels that I picked up while coin roll hunting. And then kind of a similar thing with the Canadian. This is just my bag of Clad Canadian. Whenever I get a Canadian coin in a coin machine, or even in my coin roll hunting, or however I find them, I just throw them in there. It's getting pretty heavy. And then I just have the rolls of, and I separate the rolls of, this is all the copper, and I separate them into the 3 different weights. The 53 through 79, the 80 and 81, and then the 12-sided 82 through 96. And when I get a roll full of them, I just roll them up. And while they're waiting to get 50, I just have them, that's almost 50. I put them in there. So this is my Canadian ones. And I have a few Canadian over there that's waiting to go in, but I'm not going to do that today. Here's a few other foreign coins that I got in rolls of $50. Here's some V-nickels that I picked up in coin roll hunting. And that one, too, I thought was kind of neat. It's a foreign coin, but I don't know a whole lot of history behind it, but it's a pretty cool coin. It's pretty old. Just odds and ends that I pick up while coin roll. I get a lot of neat stuff over the years coin roll hunting. I'll be showing you more here in a minute. I do similar with wheat pennies as I do with the Canadians. Here's some waiting to be rolled up, 1909 to 1939, 1940s, and 1950s. And then when I get a roll, I just, oh, there's a Canadian stuck in the wrong place. That's the wrong box. But wheat coins, 1940s, 1950s. I better pull that out and stick it aside and get that in the right spot. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, that's how, same thing with the wheat pennies, basically, as I do the Canadian. These 2 boxes are $50 things. None of them are silver. Like, here's a roll of oddball. They're just weird things. I've got a whole bunch of them are the gold-plated. Not all of them in there are, but most of them in that one are gold-plated. But there's other little oddities about them. They go in there. I've got commemoratives that I find. Proof coins, and like just rolls and rolls of NIFCs. Several years ago when I was in Indiana, I got so many NIFCs that I sold several hundred of them. But since then, I've started kind of keeping most of them again. But I've got more rolls of proof coins in there. I'm not even sure what all I've got in these. Oh, this one, I get a kick out of these. I'll turn off for 1 second. Those coins that I found coin roll hunting that had military stickers on them. And I think 1 or 2 of them might have even been the space stuff. Yeah, but most of them are the military. I have seen a few videos where people have found a lot of them. I'd love to find more, but I'm guessing that whoever put those in circulation, I imagine they've been pulled out by now. But I'm glad I got a hold of several of them. I think they're pretty cool. Here is several of the commemoratives I found, but this is not all of them. I've got a few more in another place. I just don't have everything put together perfectly organized just yet, but as time goes by, I think I'm slowly getting closer to that. Here's a couple more tins that I keep different things in. This is my Canadian books that I keep. I've been adding to these here lately. I picked these up from a friend, but I've added a lot of coins to them. And it's just the nickel coins. And I have a piece of paper that just tells which ones I need. And these are pretty neat little books. 2 different the nickel coins for different years. And there's a few different Canadian cent books for different years. And whoever started these before I got them changed some things in there. So I just went with what they did because they wrote some of the years. That's not one of them. But they wrote some there. See, they wrote the years in there. And they didn't account for a few of these years. They made like 3 or 4 different coins in that same year. And they didn't account for that. So I don't worry about it. I just make sure I get one in for that year. And I don't try to make sure that I get one of each of the others. But anyway, it's kind of fun the quarters and half dollars and dimes. That's my Canadian collection. I keep in this tin box. And this I keep more of the 2x2s in. It's just a neat box I acquired, so I use it. I think it's pretty cool. I think this was originally meant for slides, like laboratory slides for microscope, but it works well for the coins. And I've got lots of different things in here, like the state stamped coins. That one's got Wyoming stamped on it. I've got those in there, and I've got some proof coins in here and some old nickel coins. I think I've got a commemorative or two that I've stuck in here, and just lots of different stuff. And some stuff that I found years ago, metal detecting, that I have kept, and some of them got damaged a little bit in a flood when I was in North Carolina. But anyway, just several different things I do here. It's not super organized. It's kind of separated out, but I don't have a super purpose for it yet, other than just, I think it's a neat way to store these things. And some of these coins I've got up here. In fact, I need to get to go over into this while I'm here. These are coins that I just recently got, coin roll hunting. The Buffalo nickel, I had just stamped this one up like a couple of days before I started putting them in the folders. But I've got some in those plastic cases. I'm just going to leave it in there. Hopefully I'll find another 1926 for my book. I've got a few other Canadians in here as well. I mean, Buffalo nickels. I did notice that I've got another state penny here somewhere. Yeah, I think it's Iowa. I'll have to write that on there. And I've gotten a couple of Indian head pennies that I found. In fact, the only 2 Indian head pennies I've ever found coin roll hunting, I got this year. And that's both of them right there. Here's an error coin that only 3 of the year numbers are on there. The other one didn't get on there. So just different things. 2024D, that's hard to find. The 2009 nickel. And so all of that will get put in here. In this drawer here, I have my different boxes for foreign coins that I accumulate and tokens. I like to keep tokens when I get them. I frequently find tokens in coin machines when I'm taking coins back, or even at Coinstar machines when I check them. I get a lot of tokens, and I keep all of those. And the foreign coins, I get a lot of different types of foreign coins. I've got all these little tubs of different types of foreign coins. I've still got some rolls of 2023s back there. I'll eventually tear them open and check those for the extra V. Just different stuff I keep in that drawer as well. But just one more place I keep different things. When I was returning a bag full of pennies to one of my banks today, I just looked down in the little trash can next to the coin machine, and these were just laying there in the bottom. And so I always grab them. I get the big kick out of it, because there's 23 US cents right there. There's a Canadian dime. Here's a British 20 pence. And then this is just a token. No cash value, but it's just fun getting these free coins. I don't think anybody's going to accuse me of being super organized. I have a semblance of organization, but it's not like crazy. I just enjoy the hobby, and I put things here and there, and I try to protect them and keep them in good shape. But it's not like I have this elaborate system. Some people are more into that sort of thing than I am. For the most part, if you come into my house and say, hey, do you have these? Can I see them? I'm like, yeah, they're over here. I can find them. Anyway, that's the majority of what I do and how I do it, even though you may have a much better system than me. A few of you have asked how I do it, and that's how I do it.